Hey everyone, we'll be solving a question called Equate S and T from Codechef Starters 160. So in this question, you are given two strings S and T made up of small a and b characters, and you need to output whether you can make the two strings equal using the operations given. So the operation is to replace an a in the string with ab. So let's analyze the question. So you are given n and m as input, which is the length of s and t, and you can replace a with ab. So you can think of some approaches like, if there is no a, then there is no chance of any change, and you can equate it directly and check whether they are equal. But the best approach would be to use two pointers and try optimally to make both the strings equal and check whether they can be made equal or not. So let's take the example from the question itself. So it is AB ABB, and the second string T is ABB AB. So you can see that you have two B's at the end in S. So to make the same in T, you need to replace the last second A with AB, and in the same way you have two B's in the second and third position in T. So to make it same for string S, you need to replace the first A with AB. So analyzing this, you can come to an approach where you can keep two pointers pointing to the ends of both strings and check whether both are equal, and if it is equal, we'll move to the previous element. And if it's not equal, it means that one string has B and the other string has A. So the only way to make them equal is to replace the element A with A and B. So doing that, you will see that there will be addition of an element in the string that has A, and so you need not change the index of the string A. So let's understand it better using a proper example. So you have two strings as given in the question. So let's take the index for string S as I and for T as J. So when both are equal, you subtract both indexes, so I minus and J minus, and in the next case you see that A and B are not equal. So the only way to make them equal is to replace A with AB. So if you do that, you will see that in the string T you will have an extra element, that is ABB. So A becomes the third element, whereas in the first string there will be no change, so the index will move back. But in the case of T, you will add a new element, so the A becomes the third element from behind, so you need not move the index, so you do not do J minus minus. So the index moves back for string S, so it comes to A, and whereas in B it remains same because there is an addition of a B. So next it checks again, so both are equal, so both indexes are subtracted, and next the pointer comes to B in S and B in T as well, so both are same. Again you will subtract both the indexes, and now the pointer comes to A in the first string and B in the second. So here both are not equal, so the only step that you can do is replace A in the first string with AB. So doing that, you are adding a new element in the first string, therefore you need not change the index of the first string, but whereas in the second string you have not made any change, that is why you have to subtract the index in the second string. So now the index in the first string remains the same, whereas the second it comes a step behind. So both are equal again, and you do I minus minus and j minus minus. So you have reached the end of both strings, and then you compare. When you reach the end of a certain string, any one of the strings, then you compare the index positions. If they are same, then both strings can be made equal, otherwise it cannot be. So let's code it. Let's take input t, that is the number of test cases, and run the loop for each test case. So in each test case you have to take the input for length of each string n and m, and then take strings s and t as input. So then we'll initialize two indexes I and j pointing to both the strings. So I will be n minus 1 because it is from indexing from 0, and j will be m minus 1. So we'll run a while loop to check whether any of the string is finished traversing. While loop till I is greater than minus 1 and j is greater than minus 1. We check whether both the characters are equal. If both the characters are equal, then we subtract the index, both the indexes, I minus minus, j minus minus, and if they are not equal, one has to be a and the other one has to be b. If s of I is equal to b, then we do subtract I, and we do not subtract j because you are adding an ab in the place of a in t. Otherwise t of j will be b, so you need to minus j minus, you have to subtract j. Once this is done, we check if both the indexes are equal. If we come to the end of the strings at the same time, then it's evident that you can make both strings equal. So if that is the case, output yes, otherwise output no. So let's run it for the available test cases. So you are getting the desired output. So let's submit. It's submitted. So the only three cases that you can have is, one is both are equal. If both are equal, you subtract both the indexes going to the next index in both the cases. And if s of I is equal to a, then you are not subtracting anything from s, but you subtract j. But if t of j equals a, then you subtract I. Thank you.